My freezers were so full I had no room for anything else. So we're going to go with the first batch of tomatoes. They are hard as a rock, frozen solid. I am promised that if I put them in boiling water, the skins will come off easy. I'm going to do all of this first, and then I'm going to can them the next day. So what we're doing is we're going to get the skins off all of these tomatoes. It's a lot of them. And then I will put them in a large stock pot, and then tomorrow we will can them. We're going to can whole tomatoes, and this is day one. So I'm just waiting. It takes me about a half an hour for the water to boil in the old propane stove, and then I'll show you what we do next. These projects that you're seeing in today's video actually took 3 days. What I did was I took the frozen tomatoes, put them in scalding hot water, and then the skins slipped off, and then I put them into these quart jars. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of my Italian seasoning that has no salt in it. I'm just adding that, and a little bit of minced garlic and a little bit of minced onion to each of the quart jars. I am not pressure canning. I am going to be water bath canning these for 1 hour. And that just means that you put, once the jars are full and you place the lid on them, you are going to put them in hot boiling water and count for 1 hour. I like to do a lot of different foods at one time. I'm trying to clean out my freezers because I'm getting some deer this year when my husband starts deer hunting. And now this would be actually day 3, and they're all sealed. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put the covers on them. Now, you don't have to do this. I enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun, and it does keep my jar lids from getting really dusty. The cheapest way I've learned to do this is get napkins for $1 and use them. And then, of course, I use them over and over again. It makes things look nice. Those were just a beginning of my tomatoes in the freezer. I'm doing little bits at a time. I really get tired out easier than what I used to years ago. So I'm just doing a little bit at a time, and I still will get it all finished. But I needed to get some of that room for my freezer. And now the fun part is putting everything away. I absolutely love my new pantry. It's new to me because it's so different and organized, and there's new furniture in there, and it's so nice and clean. I got this little table for free, and I put it together, and it's a great place to put some extra jars. But now everything in my pantry has been gone through, which I've done all the videos on it, and you've seen that. And now I know exactly what I have, and all of it is fresh, and all of it is within the last 2 years, which is considered very fresh in canning standards. Now we'll go on to another big project that I was doing. As you would have seen in previous videos of me showing me harvesting the grapes and then juicing them. So what that left me was a lot of unsweetened grape juice. And to that, I'm going to make jams and jellies. So let's go ahead and finish harvesting these grapes, and then I'll show you how to make that in my kitchen. I followed a very old recipe that came from the 1940s, and that is a cookbook here. And I will share with you in the description that recipe as well. I just added all the jams and jelly and heated it. And now I'm just going to go ahead and put it through this sieve. Now putting it through this sieve just gets away the foam. Some people take a spoon to do that, or some people leave the foam in. I like to remove the foam simply because I like it this way. Now I did use a little bit of butter in the recipe, and that does take care of most of the foam. But as you can see, I still had some. And now we're going with the not buying anything. I'm using random jars that came from the grocery store, some of them. These are jam and jelly jars that Owen gave me throughout the years. Owen is a viewer of the channel, and most of you have seen his comments. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this all together. And Like I said, the recipe is in the description box. It's so simple and easy. Basically, it's equal parts of grape juice and equal parts of sugar. Very sweet, but it is jam and jelly, so you're not going to eat that much at one time. This year, the grapes did amazing because we had a dry spell, and on a dry year, that makes very sweet grapes and very sweet wine. For those of you who like a little glass of wine, I've never had a glass of wine in my whole entire life, and I am not interested in starting that. I don't like alcohol whatsoever, but for those of you who know about a dry year, you know that that gives amazing wine. While the jelly was in the canner, which I canned it for about 10 minutes, I started putting everything away, putting the old cookbook away. These pamphlets from the 1940s I really enjoy. If you're interested in saving money and living a frugal life, let me tell you, the old recipe cookbooks are what you want. You don't want the new stuff, because the old ones tell you how to do things that don't require so many different kinds of food and so many different kinds of appliances. And that is really how I'm saving a lot of money. And now I'm going to show you something that I do that you won't see on every video of people's channels, and that is my everyday life. What I do is I take all of my dishwater and I recycle that. That has many reasons why I do that. One is we have a very small septic system, and I don't want to flood it. We have our plumbing working totally, but I like to reuse my dishwater, and we've also had extremely dry end of the summer and dry fall. And I reuse that water to water my plants. It's very important that I keep my plants going and keep things going, and that way I don't have to, have them die sooner than they should, just simply because I was throwing a bunch of water down the drain. I'm just organizing some things. The soap that I use is biodegradable, so the soap that I use does not have anything that's harmful in it, and that's what I've been doing now 14 years here living at this home. As you can see, I have a lot of tomatoes finished, and as soon as the jelly is out of the canner, then I'll show you that. But this is just part of my everyday life, and it makes me think a lot about our forefathers and the pioneers. It wasn't just making the meals. A lot of the energy was in cleaning up, taking care of things, putting things away. We live in a modern society where people don't have to do what I do, but I chose to do it because I choose to really take care of the infrastructure of a very old property. And those of you who live in a very old home that has old plumbing and old wires, you will understand that for me, less is best. The wires in my home are fairly old too. And so I don't have a lot of extra electricity because I'm very cautious about my mobile home. Mobile homes were not meant to last forever. Of course, homes aren't either. But the fact that I have a 1963 double-wide mobile home is really quite remarkable. And to have it in such great shape is also a testament of the people who lived here before me, how they took care of it. There has never been any children that were in this home. It was an older couple and then an older gentleman and my husband and I. And so that makes a big difference, I think. And so what I like to do is I go outside. If I have large kettles like this, it's so much easier for me to wash it outside using the rainwater. Now the rainwater is treated every month with a little bit of chlorine, so it's really good, clear, quick. Well, everyone, thanks again for stopping in to my little home here in Dew Valley. I really enjoyed sharing with you the last couple days of some projects that I got finished. And now I have a whole new list of things that I need to do. But let's first put all of this stuff away. I hope you're having a great day, and thank you so much for the wonderful words of comfort and advice, and thank you so much for the views. It really means the world to me. It is mobile home living, and it's the old ways of living. It's a little bit of everything, and that's what makes Homestead Tessie, me, unique. Each one of us is unique in our own ways, and we love different things, and I'm embracing everything about myself. especially my feather pens and writing in my diary. I write every day at the end of the day what I get done. And I can't wait next year to read my diary to all of you and find out what did we do together. Take care. We'll see you guys again on the next one. Hey, did you realize that I post every day? Yes, you heard me right. I post every single day. Encouragement for all of you here on Homestead Tessie. Just remember, the recipes are in the description box, wherever that is found on your device. Lots of show notes and lots of different information. Check it out. And remember, I have a community tab as well, where I share a lot of photos and a lot of things behind the scenes. And I have a Facebook page that is in the channel highlights on every video as well. Take care. Bye, guys.